This is probably one of the world's dumbest passwords. So here's the profane password Hunter Biden reportedly used for his laptop. So Hunter Biden used a profoundly profane password to protect one of his laptop computers, according to the repairman at the center of the scandal over the First Son's emails. In America Injustice, my battle to expose the truth, John Paul Mac Isaac details the day in April 2019 when Biden, reeking of booze, allegedly stumbled into his Wilmington, Delaware shop shortly before closing time. Biden carried three MacBook Pro computers and said, I need the data recovered off of these, but they all have liquid damage and won't turn on. Mac Isaac wrote in the book, according to an excerpt obtained by the Post. One, a 15-inch model, was a complete write off, but another was in slightly better shape, although the keyboard was unresponsive, Mac Isaac wrote. I pulled out an external keyboard and asked for permission to log in. Hunter started laughing. Mac Isaac recalls, my password is effed up. Don't be offended, he said. Biden then reportedly revealed the password was anal F, finish the F word, 69, or something to that extent, with Mac Isaac noting that Biden's inebriated condition made it hard to understand him. Gotta love how I can't even speak. After loaning Biden the keyboard and sending him on his way, Mac Isaac grabbed a beer and got to work extracting the data from the third laptop's hard drive. I mean, imagine like just working while drinking a beer. That's kind of crazy. It took only a few files before I noticed adult photography appearing in the right column, Mac Isaac wrote. This is a vocational hazard I'd gotten rather used to and gave it no mind. I was a little amazed by the sheer quantity, though, and by the boldness of leaving these files on one's desktop. Mac Isaac also wrote that he found a January 16th, 2017 email that listed taxable income in annual amounts that reached $2,478,000 plus in 2015. I was blown away. All that money and this a-hole couldn't spring for a backup drive, he wrote. And if you don't know, these backup drives could be only like $100, $200. So in December 2019, the FBI seized the gear from Mac Isaac as part of a grand jury probe of Biden that reportedly involves potential tax fraud, money laundering, and violations of lobbying laws. The following October, the Post obtained a copy of the hard drive and exclusively reported on its existence and contents, including details of his controversial overseas business dealings and very adult explicit photos and videos. At the time, Mac Isaac, who is legally blind, told the Post that he couldn't positively identify the person who left the laptop with him as Hunter Biden. The Post's expose ignited a firestorm of opposition, including unproven claims that the material on the hard drive may have been Russian disinformation. Twitter and Facebook also took steps to limit sharing of the story, including by locking out the Post from its own Twitter account for 2 weeks, which incoming owner Elon Musk has called obviously incredibly inappropriate. Both the New York Times and Washington Post have since authenticated many of the emails. And when the Post first revealed the existence of the laptop, Biden's lawyer declined to comment, citing former Mayor Rudy Giuliani's role in handing over a copy of the hard drive and saying he has been pushing widely discredited conspiracy theories about the Biden family, openly relying on actors tied to Russian intelligence. But see, here's the thing. the way that the lawyer responded in this way, right, is that they basically responded in a way that they did not deny it, but try to push it kind of like the attention away from them. So, in an interview with CBS News last year, Biden, who's acknowledged struggling with drug and alcohol addictions to the point where I think he said that he like would like snort something that wasn't even like a drug or something. Like I think it was like cheese. Said he really didn't know if the laptop left at Mac Isaac's shop was his. Certainly, there could be a laptop out there that was stolen from me, he said. Now, here's the thing, right? Imagine leaving all three laptops, though. It could be that I was hacked. It could be that it was Russian intelligence. It could be that it was stolen from me. But the thing is, it could be anything. Like you also being super out of it due to certain substances to the extent where you are now basically leaving things all over the place, right? You gotta keep in mind some of the photos that have been leaked from this laptop also show him like with like a literal crack pipe in his mouth. I think passed out as well with a crack pipe in his mouth. Let's see, any comment section? No, there isn't any comments at all. But it's kind of like interesting. Let's see. Is there anything? Let's see. Authenticate many of the emails. Okay, let's check this out. Yeah, so Washington Post joins New York Times in finally admitting emails from Hunter Biden laptop are real. Which, by the way, the Washington Post is owned by Jeff Bezos. The paper said two security experts used cryptographic signatures from Google and other technology companies to validate nearly 22,000 emails from 2009 to 2019, including messages related to Hunter Biden's controversial overseas business dealings. And some verified emails involved a deal President Biden's son pursued with the CFC China Energy conglomerate, for which he was paid nearly $5 million, according to the Washington Post, and other verified emails related to his work for the Ukrainian energy company Burisma Holdings, for which Hunter Biden was paid as much as $83,333 per month, or $1 million a year. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Let's see, let's see, anything else? The paper said it has spent months reviewing the data, making two copies of the hard drive so they could be analyzed by Matt Green, a Johns Hopkins University security researcher, and Jake Williams, a forensic expert and former National Security Agency operative. Bum, 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 bum. The Times buries its verification of the emails in the 24th paragraph of a 38-paragraph story that said Hunter Biden had paid off a significant tax debt to the IRS, potentially making it harder for prosecutors to win a conviction or a long sentence against him for tax fraud. I am just amazed that the New York Times just now came to the conclusion that the Hunter Biden laptop was genuine, Johnston told WABC 770 AMs. And again, this is the thing that people need to understand, right? The problem with enabling a family member to this extent, right? And also relying them for potentially very shady business dealings, while also knowing that, they have a drug problem, things don't really end well for anyone involved, right? Like, this isn't going to be good for Hunter Biden. This isn't going to be good for Biden, right? This isn't going to be good for basically anyone tied to them, right? Now, will they end up getting prosecuted? Probably not. Like, I don't think there's actually like nothing criminal That's probably going to end up happening to them unless, there's something like super heinous on his laptops. But this kind of goes to show you that just because you have money doesn't mean that your problems in your personal life is going to be solved just because you have money. Things will be easier on you, but you could still end up be dealing with a lot of problems. If you want to learn how to get out of debt, go to 40unbox.com.